That's my alter ego, Rick, man. So whenever you see me with that wig, just know it's not me. It's Rick.
I love how you go so distraught over saying nigga.
I know, dude.
I can't say that.
Dedicated to the character.
I was
dude.
too much in the character, man. Like, I was so deep. I was like, man, then that nigga, I was like, ooh, Branden, no, you can't. I got black friends. And I was like, what the fuck am I talking about? Nah, I'm good.
Kind of like another white guy dropping the N-bomb.
Oh, yes, dude.
At a mic.
That has to be the craziest open mic I've been to thus far.
It was the craziest
By far.
2-minute span of
Oh
any
my God.
open mic.
It was great. I don't want to ruin it because it's who you have on later, but he said something about it. He was like somebody saying the N-word in the crowd was like Haley's comment. Like I heard it, like I knew it was gonna happen at some point, and then he finally saw it that night. No, that was great. Yeah, I was so nervous to go up that night, but luckily sometimes because like a lot of what like you know the more we do it, the more we learn. And like the room matters so much, and like that. I swear I would have bombed except for all that happened. And I was like, good, now I got some shit. Like I was like, now I have something to talk about. But
Finally, somebody did it.
Tell him what happened.
Well, a guy who has done stand-up like a couple times.
I think 2, maybe 3.
Only ever does it
That was
at
his
that
third time?
open mic.
Mm-hmm.
He went up there, or he wasn't even on the stage.
No.
Our guest for today, SiFi.
SiFi.
SiFi got jokes
Hell
to
yeah.
give him his full name. He was on the stage performing. It was towards the end of his set. He is a black man. He said a joke that involved the N-word.
Oh, I'll say
And-
that part. He said, "Look at this nigga in the cowboy hat." Right.
Yeah, what Dom said.
So he said, "Look at this nigga in the cowboy hat," and what did
John.
this other white guy? You can't say that part either. This other white guy in the crowd was like, it was his friend. He said, "Oh yeah, look at this nigga in the cowboy hat," and everybody just was like, "What the fuck?" Is that?
No, I saw it, and then I start looking around because I need to gauge how to react based off other people's
Right, yeah.
reactions. Because I can't be the first to react.
you know what's crazy is I was in the bathroom when that happened. I didn't hear it happen at all. I walked out and the whole room was different. I was just like, so I knew something had happened. So I like walked. I don't know who I asked. It might have been you, Don, but I was like, "What just happened?" And you were like, "Oh, this dude just said the N-word." Like,
We were right next to each other because what happened next?
oh yes, oh my god, dude, another newer comic. Another.
I think it's the
That's
second
his
time.
I think it's the
time.
second time I saw him go his first time. I was like, that was a pretty good first time.
Shout out Charles.
Yeah, Charles Hood was his name. I was like, damn, that's pretty. That's Charlie Swisher, Charles Hood.
He
We're
does-
occupying the same territory. We need to get this guy out of here. No.
He doesn't look like a Charles Hood either.
No.
Skinny white guy with big glasses and
Yeah.
long like
You almost
He's got
just
a Beatles
described
look
Charlie.
going. Yeah, you did. You actually, all except glasses, you completely described me. He's definitely got a Beatles look going.
yeah.
Paul
But-
McCartney?
But he goes.
No,
Good guy,
John
good
Lennon.
guy.
Oh, John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, definitely more Lennon. But he goes up to the stage. Again, it's the second time going up. Alex has kind of addressed the who's the host has kind of addressed.
He got a little mad.
He got a little mad.
He was
got mad.
heated.
Yeah,
and
he
that's
was
not the,
heated.
and that's not the end of that either. We'll come back to that, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
But this guy, this new guy, goes up first step, catches the edge of the stage, falls flat on his face. I mean, the most perfect fall. I thought he was doing it on purpose. It was such
Yeah,
a.
I
it
didn't
looked
know
like
if
a
it was
prat
part
fall.
of the bit.
No, it was. I mean, I've never seen. It was such a movie fall. That I was
But
like,
he fell like what, maybe 4 feet? Like it wasn't that far at all. He just fell from standing up to the ground.
Yeah. To the
But
ground.
it looked like he hit terminal velocity and just like plummeted and fucking like Felix Baumgartner from the stratosphere slammed into the stage.
Damn.
He didn't put his hands out. No, he didn't. He went face first.
real?
He
He
did
to
not
the
defend
ground.
himself, dude. He ate
just-
the fucking
He just
floor.
absorbed with face and body. Yeah, it was bad. And then didn't mention it at all. Immediately just got on the mic and started talking about bees.
Oh, wow.
Y'all like honeybees?
Didn't
Oh
address
my
it at
gosh,
all.
I remember him.
Yeah.
Man, when I
the honeybee
almost
guy.
fell too, I gave him that curse.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yep, I've been giving
Yep,
people
it's
curses.
a real effect.
Yeah. I mean, like, he is new, because now I know
stood in the pocket.
if something like that happens, you have to address
He
it.
beasted it.
If, What do you mean?
He beasted it.
He stayed in the pocket.
He stayed in the play. He stayed, but I feel like you have to mention if something like that. You have to be like,
But also,
You have to let us know what just happened.
Yeah.
'Cause I grabbed Charlie.
oh,
And
yeah, oh,
I couldn't
falling
stop
over.
laughing. Like I was crying. Like what the fuck? There's no way this just happened.
Bro,
Especially
Sci-Fi was
after
standing
the-
next to me, and I looked at him. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck is going on?" He's like, "I don't know."
there was just a tornado of energy.
And
in that
Alex
bar.
was still on the stage, and Alex was standing there just looking down at him. He straight up like publicly shamed him, pointed down at him, and it was like, It was crazy, dude.
I feel like Alex can hit that like bully sidekick laugh too. Where he's like, you know
That laugh is
saying?
iconic. Once it speeds up, you in for it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, that was a great fucking night, dude.
Yeah, that was wild. And then that guy though, and like I don't know if he's gonna come back or not. He said his parting words to me and Jalen were that he was not coming back, but we'll see
Good.
what happens.
Well, because you guys were over there talking to him for a while.
So it was
for like a long time.
It was me, Jalen, and Alex standing there, and he comes up, and I forget what he says at first, but Alex just gets straight to it. He's like, "Hey, man, if you're gonna do that and bring that energy in here, like I don't want it. You don't do it." And like Alex, I mean, y'all saw he was like heated, like talking to this guy, and the dude starts going into the whole like, we can't even have a conversation about blah, and Alex just gets up and leaves.
Damn.
Yeah.
But now he's left. Yeah, exactly. Good for. I was like, yeah, that. I mean, I already liked Alex, but you know that made me respect him in a different way, other than just like this comedy shit, you know.
Yeah.
But now he's just with me and Jalen, who like, I mean, people think I'm laid back, but like Jalen,
The most laid
the
back.
most laid back.
Zen.
So now
Of
this
all
guy is going off, like, kind of raging at two dudes that just do not care. We're just like. I'm just being like, hey, man, just don't stress it, dude. Like, just, I don't know why I thought the angle that would make sense to him. I was like, look, it's Alex's show. If he says you can't do that, you can't do that. But he was on some moral thing about, like, you know, one, he was repeating SiFi. I don't even, it doesn't even fucking matter his reasons. But it was just like, I was like.
They let him go up after that.
No,
too.
no, he still
They
went
let him
up.
go up.
Yeah.
First 2 minutes of his set defending his actions.
Yeah,
he
stood on
he
business.
never. Yeah, he did stand up business because he never said, "Oh, my bad."
No,
He was like-
no, he never once
he was like, "Look, I
apologized
was
over there.
repeating.
Yeah.
You guys don't say it.
Yeah.
He started pointing out white guys. You, I know you said it.
I think he thought I was going to be his strongest ally.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, we don't support that shit. I told that to him to his face. He wouldn't even talk to me the rest of the night.
Really?
After that.
Damn.
I felt like I was the only one that was pissed about it. And I was like, am I that liberal white right now that's like, what the fuck? And nobody else gives a shit?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, I laughed a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
bunch.
And I couldn't even get over after, even though him saying it, like him saying that was crazy. But the fall to me was just so.
It was a cherry on
It
top.
it was you couldn't script it better than that. If you
Yeah.
did, you'd be like, okay, you guys are going over the top. Like, no, this
Yeah.
dude face planted, arms behind his back, boom.
Yeah.
Dude, the fact that none of that was on video is a crime.
and Jack.
Wait,
was
Jack didn't
I
get
hate
that on
crime.
video? He got my set on video. I was so happy he got my set.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I didn't record.
Because I told him to record. I told him to record the guy, and then like literally he recorded
good
before,
call. Good call.
before, and then after. But we didn't get that part. Dude.
Dang, man, that sucks.
That was a gym.
Man, if we
Can't
had
write
that on
that
camera,
shit.
dude. And I told him, I was like, here, follow me on Instagram. We're going to talk about you this week on the
yeah.
I just want you to know that he's cool though. It's funny.
Yeah,
Cool
yeah,
guy.
yeah. He's always had a little bit of funny energy, but whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it
Awkward-
was funny
awkward
that when he was talking to me and Jalen, like at this point we kind of were his only allies because we're letting him vent to us about this, and we're both just being like, chill out about it, dude. And then like within that conversation, he turns on us and he's like, neither of you guys have said anything productive. You're just too stupid to understand
Oh,
this.
hell no.
No, swear to God, he said
Hell
that.
no.
Dude, if he comes back tonight,
Oh, hell
why?
no.
I don't know why he
I
would.
didn't know he said that.
No, yeah, he
Some
did.
bullshit.
It was broken. I'm putting two separate things
Uh-huh.
together, but I mean, it was all in the same conversation. And he's like, "Yo, I haven't said anything wrong." And I was like, "I mean, neither of you, dude. I mean, you're the one that just said the N word. Like, you know, like I don't know what's so productive that you're doing." But I don't know. Me and Jim just looked at each other like, "All right, whatever, dude."
Yo.
And that's when he finally did. Well, actually, I don't know if it's his girlfriend or just a lady with him, but she eventually came and was like, "Hey, we have to go do that." Like, she saw that we were like, you know.
Oh, those
Trying
are
to
the
get
two
rid of
girls
them.
we went to. Me and Jake went to Moody Mondays.
Oh,
at
really?
SiFi. Yeah. We all went because we hung out with him like the week before.
Oh,
So then after all this
oh,
happened-
that's right, because they were talking about Moody's. Now I remember that.
And then
yeah.
he came up. He was like, "Hey, you want to go to Moody's?" I'm like, "No, man. Like, don't come and ask me to go
Nah,
to Moody's."
dude.
Because this was after you guys had talked for like, wasn't that like an hour?
It couldn't have
40,
been
30.
that long. I feel like 20 minutes, but it
Okay.
felt
Decent
long.
amount of
It
time.
felt long though.
Because I kept on looking over there. I'm like, I wonder what they're talking about.
I did kind of feel bad too, though, because I guess one of his friends went up for the first time,
Yeah.
and I just made fun of his set immediately because
Yeah.
he was talking about how he makes women come on a dirt bike, and like I don't know what it is about. Like I'm not, you know, I do like self-deprecating shit. So if you're gonna do the opposite of that, I'm gonna make fun of you. Like that just is what it is.
And also, this dude's vibe was crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the cowboy
the
hat,
cowboy
right?
hat
Yeah.
decided to sit down.
Sit down on the stage, not even on the stool.
Not even, yeah. And it's your first time going up. I'm like, all right. I was like, yeah, I make bitches come on my dirt bike too.
hate Scrappy Doo.